17, and right now this is Reset Live, so we mainly have Guardians games, Infamy, which is supposedly it's double Infamy as well, but also that's their Eververse things are being featured. Yet then, let's go to the event tab right here. So there is some interesting things that goes on here. So there's new ornaments there. As although likely I have been hearing some opinions about there's more hunters being played than others. Yeah, this is not a bad finisher here, but overall, yet seemingly this is like the Olympics. As well, there's also deemed exotic sparrows in here. It's half of that doesn't look too bad. Ooh, what is this one? I'd say this is definitely the most unique one so far. Yeah, there's also two spare. I think those are all ships. Yeah, right here. That these are the vehicles. Yeah, so there's all sorts of projections and what so. This reminds me of something. Reminds me of the pink pedal projection. It's a little bit more vibrant, although this one is definitely the coolest effect so far. So yeah, so we're here in the season, as well also the hearing of things being here. Yeah, as well for the what was it? Oh yeah, the Seraph Tower events. Now it's asking to grind the Seraph Towers, but before that, we'll just jump right into the tower and see the introduction. I know there's other live streams that's streaming this right now, as well as the Grandmaster difficulty, which will be definitely be something. But although it is a little hard per se, because there isn't anything so unique nor flashy or anything like that. But I guess it'll probably make like exotic materials becomes like super common. But I really don't know. But probably also gives off enhanced mods and what so at an alarming rate if you're able to complete it. And let's see. Grandmaster difficulty is available on all seasonal nightfall strikes. Last few weeks of the season. Oh, so this one will open, but seemingly it has been slightly lowered down to 150. But we'll just see what might happen. Although likely there's a couple of clanmates that's up there online, so it's gonna be an interesting thing if we do get to collab. But you can have a nice look around here. It's definitely a nice Listen,
Making a purchase, or are you just here to
look
chat?
at things here. It's well for this. This looks like moats here. It's interesting.
Dangerous. I don't know that it is worth the wait. Welcome to the Guardian Games. These games are Zavala's way of bringing us all together to celebrate, though the future is uncertain. I know the Almighty weighs heavily on our minds, but we must not forget to live, even when trouble finds us. Speak to Zavala. He can help you get started. And enjoy the games, my friend. You deserve it.
So, right. So the Heir Apparent, which is also brand new this season, and I've always been hearing about it. So apparently, things has been matching up lately, but this weapon has a 200 magazine size, but that is insane. Now, see, yeah, so while full health, so there's somewhat of a thing. Spinning up this weapon protects you with arc shield, but I don't know what it is. How much of a damage reduction you get. I get these three of the affinities. So these are seamlessly bounties, yet if I are correct.
Hello, Guardian.
Oh, okay. So equip a class item. Well, it's a no problem from here. That was a 980. I wonder what this one dropped 2 levels down. Though I really don't like much of the appearance of there. I'll have that change in a little bit. So, then go back to Eva Levante for that. So I'm pretty sure everyone starts off as guild, which is per se.
Let's see what we can do.
For some reason the D-pad isn't working correctly. I just keep on pressing down on it. Besides, let's see. It's probably gonna tell me to get a bounty afterwards. Speaking with the drifter.
I do enjoy your visits.
So isolate the infection and route it out. Get this done right, maybe
Oh no, that's the store. So yeah, so the battle said speak with the drifter. Which I don't know why, but okay.
You ready to bang knuckles?
There goes my controller acting up, wanting to go up, moving upwards. I can't get the cursor all correct. So I need to purchase a medal.
Hey, don't talk about gambling.
Or which is also a bounty, since seamlessly that's what it looks like. The only thing there is, I don't know how things going to pan out yet. I think I'll just fix my appearance up there just a tiny bit. Alright. This one I definitely need a new controller for this.
Let's see what we can do. Stay safe. I am not terribly excited.
Okay. There it goes. Oh, it gives me a random loop. Give me a Batlander.
Hi there.
Let's see what I got there. Yeah, it sounds decent.
Thank you.
Although I never really used Batlander all that much.
I have ideas already.
So this is an exotic quest. Points were collecting those generated by final blows. Supers can use to charge melees. It doesn't make sense about this, but it seems to say Bungie had updated the icon for the callus for Tommy's. So I don't know if we need to go do something here. Which I guess it might be Crucible or just any activity just in general. But so this is going to be interesting. So it requires a Class Act Triumph. But I'm very sure this is gonna drop afterwards as a random exotic, which I'm going to guess for that. Where's events? So, let's see, what does this Class Act? What does that even mean? It doesn't say where it's falling under. I'm guessing seasonal. Gosh, my controller's driving me crazy right now. I try to keep it in place and it doesn't do that. It keeps like getting worse and worse. Guardian games. Could complete any 7 Guardian games 2020 triumphs, so there are 7 of the things. So this means it's just Gambit strikes forges destinations, but that sounds easy enough on great deeds. Better list, that's gotta be quite a grind. Huh. Vanguard strikes and night falls. I don't know how the hell did I even get this? But okay, so this I could probably just go in solo to that, since seemingly this is easy as well. Then gold medals. Show your colors. Yeah, so this seemingly is gonna be quite a bit of grind for this season.
Do you have something for me, Guardian?
Over from that. Now, 1,000 laurels yet, I'm not really too sure. But yeah, then we'll just might as well go Gonna clear up bunkers, so now you have to getting that many amount of kills, which you have to understand, it isn't all that hard to get kills out of the forages. Now, although likely for the Grandmaster difficulty, yet then that I have a little bit of a strategy for that, but it just only depends if friends even want to listen or clanmates want to listen. Yeah. But like although it would be such a great idea, yet to have somebody to pop the shields. Yeah. Or yeah, yet then to be a healer. Yeah, and that's what their only job there is. While the other two, yet there needs to be dealing with the champions of wherever there is coming out afterwards. And, but also that, yet then I was thinking that Borealis is probably still a viable sniper rifle to use, since Borealis it does enable double damage afterwards for popping the shield. Although Hardlight can be somewhat a decent option. Yet then, the other problem there is with Hardlight is that although it's one that it does have the utility of fundamentals, but two, is yet then like its aim assist can only reach out so far till afterwards. But three is yet then if you're like at longer distances, that's when the sights start to bounce around. But overall, yet like Hardlight is just somewhat a it's just somewhat a I don't know, like almost kind of like an average show kind of thing here. That it does have a jack of all trades kind of deal with the elements. Although it is very plain as it is. So let's see what's the boss for this. Yeah, he seems he's fun. Besides, I end up having my lesson about that don't ever bring a sword in there, because it will not help you too much other than trying to get out those overloads. It actually makes me wonder if there is nope, it's not even interactable yet. So it was probably just scrap content, but it's just sitting there. It's kind of unfortunate. Alright, that's an anti-barrier, which I believe I could deal with him just fine. Yeah. I think that's pretty much good enough from here. But other than that, yet then the usual activities are usually about the same, nothing else special other than Guardian Games. And the brand new night, that brand new mode for the nightfall, which it sounds like a fun activity if you ask me. But it doesn't say what kind of specific rewards, although, which that's the thing about it. Come on, can I spawn you in? There you go. The reason why it's just ignoring him for now because there's quite a bit of ads to go by and conquer. Oh gosh, these guys always push me every single time. I'm not even that far away. Those majors are just usually annoying. It's just every single time. It's like no matter where, I usually get stuck on them. Because they just keep on rushing me. There you go. Alright, afterwards. See what's in the lost site there today. Scavengers then. But it's an overall, let's just see what's for sale today. Oh. Seemingly we got all those bounties to grind as well. Which is kind of new. Or, it's just been like this the whole entire time. Because as I remember, for the rest of the weeks that you couldn't get bounties out of it. Because each of the bounties would be due to a certain point until you finish the bunker. Then the next day, it's not available anymore. It's kind of interesting, although. But seemingly that notification is asking us to grind. Which is not a big deal in some other ways. It's the auto rifle this week. I mean for today. seems not all that difficult to do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like this for the other bunkers. Overall, there isn't really much to show around. Now, I will be posting up live immediately during the nightfall on Grandmaster if I get friends and clanmates to come along. So yeah, things are going to get but I don't know, interesting. Well, there's gonna be a crap ton of steam going on. So, but although likely I do have this kind of age restricted a little bit, so this ain't supposed not to be kid friendly anyway. So, I hopefully that things just fly by whenever teammates start to get frustrated. Anyways, overall, that this is gonna be very interesting. But I'm not really even too sure. But I wonder like they could be farmable through because things farmable for the lower points like escalation protocol, the forges, or just by going into the Leviathan raid and just infinitely slewing Cabal, which can be done for points, but I ain't too sure about how bright is Bungie's ideas for anti-farming on that. But seemingly if it's all heavily grind orientated, so I'm pretty sure point farming is probably gonna be allowable. And 57, it's not a great roll there. Yes, me. Yeah, there's really isn't nothing too much to show around this video, but overall later on, I'm probably just gotta rename the video because I just doing things just very much like very rough, off the block kind of deal. Like there isn't really too much to show around, but also that there's also the flashpoint, which I believe it's in the EDC for this week. Oh no, I'm mistaken. The challenge. The flashpoint is in the Tangle Shore. My bad about that. Yeah. So, and for the day is Bind Better Heroic Mode. So, yet made the best class. Become the best of this Guardian Games Olympics kind of deal. Yeah, but overall, yet although there's gonna be quite amounts of opinions, but yet then I just still gotta go with my hunter. So this is pretty much what I'm gonna go with now. I really have not even have too much builds on the Warlock or the Titan, although I really don't tinker with them too much. Well, other than I do probably play with my Titan a little bit more. Warlock, but yet then, although there's some advantages due to what's not, see it then but they're all just weighted evenly on the advantages and disadvantages. Although, so things isn't too terribly on the line, for disadvantages, but yeah, but yet then like the one things where I do agree, yet then that the hunters and maybe well, not tons. The warlocks probably indicating a much more better with the exotics yet than they do have. But as for the titans, yet then like the things would add up too much. Especially that there are some exotic gear pieces that do need to be shown some love, or just need to rework or need to be buffed up. Besides, you think like hardly anything is kind of considered valuable. Ever since that there was the 20% hit against all sniper rifles, and then just showing just absolute shame against adapters and rapid fire archetypes. Which I believe that's kind of hitting way too hard. As such, so yeah, yet I ain't really too sure if they're ever gonna get buffed back to normal or not. But yet then that there is like one rapid fire that do have potential was to so tumulus or whatever, but it's a dead orbit vice rapid fire, and it does come rolling with clown cartridge and firing line, but yet that overall there isn't anything too much per se. But also that like machine guns kind of feel like underpowered as well, which this is just my opinion, because yet then like it feels like it doesn't put out too much damage, but other than like the things besides like Xenophage, which is the other one that feels the most viable because it got a 50% buff in the past. But all other machine guns just like they don't feel powerful in such a way. Even when having firing line or vorpal weapon onto these saws, but just these ones right here, it's like it doesn't feel like they could put up enough damage, and for some reason. But yet then, hopefully Bungie just buff all the machine guns, and I'll say I'd probably like give it like a considerable 20-30% buff, so so they gain some power, but not as insane as Xenophage did, although Xenophage is deserved to be truly exotic, and it remains to be a powerful tier, top of line of the pyramid, since exotics are supposed to be powerful, unique, and yet then could go around doing things that most other weapons can't. Although, so yeah, like I said, there isn't really too much around here, but I'll just stop the broadcast, since it is a little weird before they start off, and yet then I just barely got back here. Although I already hit to the soft cap limits and got a couple pinnacles here and there, but things are gonna get spicy for the several weeks of content that's barely airing right now. So there's nothing more to do, so I'll just stop the broadcast. I'll see y'all later, and hopefully if I could make the Grandmaster Nightfall 3 with clanmates, yet as I'll be airing it live.